Alright, so today we're going to be taking a look at the Obi-Wan Kenobi's Jedi Starfighter. This is set number 75333, and this has 282 pieces. So we're going to start by looking at the little display for the minifigures right here. So here we have R4 in his glory, and then we have Obi-Wan Kenobi with his blue lightsaber, and then we have a Kenoan that I'm not sure how to pronounce, Tanwi, I think. So yeah, those are the minifigures in this set. So let's go around the back here and kind of look at what the play features are. So on this top right, it looks like the only two features that we have are the stud shooters right here on both sides of the ship. And the other play feature, it looks like you can take off R4's head and put his body in there and then cover it up so you have a place to put it. And his head, I believe, goes right on this rotating piece. So although it's a little violent, but that's a really cool feature because you can actually make it seem like he's like his whole figure is in here and kind of swiveling around, which is pretty cool. Alright, so let's go ahead and open this box. So I don't normally use the tabs just because I don't like to ruin the packaging. Alright, that's it. That's in the box. And we have 3 bags, it looks like. Number 1, number 2, and we have number 3. So those are the 3 bags, and in such a small set, I was not expecting so many stickers, but I like placing stickers on Lego sets, so this is kind of a fun part for me. So it looks like we have 13 stickers on here, and they're all looking pretty detailed, and yeah, I like that. Finally, here we have the booklet, so we're going to go ahead and just flip to the back, just to show off the other sets that you can find. So here are all the sets here. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and assemble the ship, and I will be back shortly. Alright, so here we have all the extra pieces here. You can see that we actually have 2 extra blasters right here, or stud shooters, I mean, and yeah, you get an extra hilt as well for the lightsaber. I'm going to show where you can hide these 2 pieces toward the end of the video. Alright, so here we go with the minifigures. So here we have the Kenoan, and I'm just going to show them all around pretty quickly. Pretty nice detailing there on the back. They use this all-together leg piece, and doesn't move, and it's supposed to be like a little dress or something. I have a Princess Leia minifigure that has this, and then the arms move, if you're wondering. So yeah, it's just a regular torso, and then the head is all together like this. So yeah, that is the Kenoan. Alright, so next up we have Obi-Wan Kenobi, and he's rocking his blue lightsaber, and this is a new frosted piece that Lego's been using for these Lego Star Wars sets. And yeah, he has 2 faces, so I'm going to show that real quick. So there's that one, and then there's the other one right there, and I'm going to flip it around so that you can see him with the other side. So he doesn't have a headpiece on that one. And yeah, there's an all-around look at Obi-Wan. Not a whole lot of detail there in the back, although it makes sense because he's supposed to be wearing a robe, so there really shouldn't be that much craziness going on. And yeah. Alright, so Obi-Wan actually comes with a little hood piece, so let me show it off real quick. So you can interchange it whenever you'd like, and that's how that looks. So when he's on his little stealth adventures, you can use this. And yeah, that is the little hood piece on Obi-Wan. That is the Obi-Wan minifigure. Alright, so here we have R4, and the way I like to think about this minifigure is that it's just a red R2-D2 to me. So yeah, not much to say on this minifigure here. You can see all the detailing there in the front, and yeah, that's about it. So that is R4, and that does it for the minifigures. Alright, so now that we've taken a look at the minifigures, let's focus on the ship now. Alright, so I just want to start off on how this thing looks, and because it looks really beautiful. And the stickers back here, there's a whole lot of stickers being used to give it detailing. And yeah, this ship just looks really nice. And we have the little landing gear right there. And yeah, just overall looks amazing. And also one thing that I love is how these wings were constructed. So you can see the two little axles right there, and then where you plug them in. And I really like that. Alright, so I want to start off with the play features. So I'm going to start by opening up this compartment, and I'm going to attempt to put R4 in there. Put him in here. And then there's one stud down there for him, as you can tell. You put him in there, and then you put the cover over, and it's like he's disappeared. So that's how that works. And then the headpiece, it actually just goes on here, and it can just 360 anywhere. So yeah, you can see his little eye right there, and he can just look around. Alright, and here we have the cockpit area, so I'm going to open this up, and I'm going to put Obi-Wan, and before I do, actually, I'm just going to give a quick little look in there. You can see the control panel, and the little headrest right here, it's got like a little hook, and it just goes onto that back piece. And yeah, let's put Obi-Wan in here. Alright, so there we have him, and you can just close it up, and yeah, call it good. And looks pretty good. I like that. Let's get a good little shot of him in there. Yeah, looking really nice. So if you want to store the lightsaber, you can get a little cheeky. I think the best way for me is putting the hilt piece back here, like that. And then this part down here, I believe both ends, they go pretty deep. So you can just stick that in there like that. There's not a whole lot of it wiggling, or I mean, it won't go out of the ship if you like move it crazy like that. So yeah, they're pretty sturdy in there, and you should be able to just close this, and there you go. You got a sort of hidden lightsaber. So that is a way I'd do that if you want to store your lightsaber. If you haven't noticed, here we have a little antenna piece that you can kind of move around. It's actually just on one stud like that. You attach it, and now you can move it up and down, and it rotates, and yeah, pretty good. Alright, so on the bottom here we see the landing gear, and this actually doesn't go all the way down, and not a big deal for me, to be honest. And when it is in the landing position, it actually stands up pretty well. Yeah, it stands up pretty well on a flat surface. Alright, and I'm just going down here to show that I'm not really sure what these pieces are for. I don't know if it's just for looks or if it has a function. I was trying to figure it out. I was actually trying to put the extra 2 studs on there, but they don't fit. But yeah, it's probably just for looks. And while we're down here, you can see the 2 little engine pieces, which are very sturdy in there. They have these really long, the push pins, the really long ones on both sides. So yeah, those are not going anywhere. And we see the fin here on the bottom. I like how that came together, because without it, that's how that looks. And it's a huge difference with that piece. It kind of just smooths everything out. Alright, so now we're toward the end of the video, and I was going to show where you can put your extra 2 blasters, which are down here. And what I like to do is, what I just found out is, if you really want to, let me get a little focused here, you can put both pieces on R4's body, and then you put the piece over, and it is not protruding. It actually goes flush. The only drawback is that when you pull the piece up, R4 actually comes with it, so there's that. And to be quite honest, you can put those extra studs anywhere on top of the ship or on the bottom of the ship, but I don't like them to be seen, so I'd rather just have it like that. I would argue that you can actually put them on this light gray piece right here, and that should work as well. Probably a little easier. So yeah, you can just hide it in there. You can kind of see the green, through there. But when you take it off, it doesn't come with it, so it just stays there. So that's actually probably better. I'd probably leave it like that. Now that we're on the little studs, we're going to show off the stud shooter, and I'm going to shoot them off. So here we go. I'm going to get a good look here. Alright, so I'm going to do that again, but this time focused on the background. Yep, there are the studs going off, and yeah. Alright, so in terms of storing the hood piece, I actually had to switch pieces, so I put the hood piece on Obi-Wan, so he's flying like that now, and then I put his hair piece in the back, and it actually closed flush, or the window did. And yeah, I probably won't keep it like that, because if I want it on display, I don't want to see Obi-Wan's hair in the back there. Alright guys, and that does it for the Obi-Wan Kenobi's Jedi Starfighter. I really enjoyed building this set, and I like how small and compact it is, and the ease of access for the blast shooters, and the way the piece of R4 rotates on here if you take the headpiece off. I really like all of that, and yeah, this was a really nice set, and I like how not many pieces are exposed back here. There's a lot of smoothness going on all over the ship. Yeah, back then, probably 10 years ago, there would be studs everywhere, and looking back, I see how bad it used to be, but when I was a kid having those older Lego Star Wars sets, I never minded it because that was the best that we had at the time. But yeah, there's been a lot of improvements with just Lego sets in general. Alright guys, and that does it for this video. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure to go to the description below to check out my Spotify playlist, which is a compilation of some of my favorite music of all time. And you will also see 3 tracks down there in my SoundCloud. And yeah, feel free to check those out. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video.